Hello and welcome to the 2021 Utah Open, driven by Innova. I'm Nate Perkins, joined here with a very special guest, United States champion James Conrad.
What's up, everyone? Stoked to be here with you today, Nate. This should be a fun round to commentate.
Yeah, man. It's pretty rare that we get a competitive warm-up tournament for the World Championships. I can't remember when the last time that was, but here we are in Ogden, Utah, just 40 miles north of Salt Lake City. We're here at the Mulligan's Disc Golf Course. Been home to the Utah Open for many years now, starting in 2017.
And we've got a pretty stacked card today. They gave a feature card. We got Ricky Wysocki, who's had a ton of success here. We've got Nikko Locastro. I'm not positive how well he's done here in the past, but he's always a player to watch. Definitely has all the skills. Who else do we have today, Nate?
Bradley Williams, the Texas Cactus, and we've got the local young buck here, Kade Filimoehala.
First on the tee pad today.
I'm excited to see how well he's able to step up and tread this course. I feel like he's pretty local, so it can sometimes be pressure to play in your hometown or your home state, but he's definitely got skills. We've seen him with some really good finishes in the pro field already this year.
Yeah, Kade qualified for the USDGC with a 4th place finish at the Goat Hill. Pretty tough to finish in the top 10
It's really
anywhere
tough
on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment.
Excited to watch him throw. Excited to watch Nikko throw. He's been bringing the fire this year. He's already won on the Disc Golf Pro Tour with his victory at Waco.
Looks like a very safe shot from Nikko. Pretty much the only danger on hole 1 out here is there's a couple ponds on the right-hand side. It's not a terribly long par 4 at 711 feet, so pretty much all you have to do on the tee shot is keep it in bounds and give yourself a chance to get up and down and score.
And Bradley is known as having some of the smoother form in the game. He was actually one of my disc golf teachers.
Kept that one right down the middle, maybe a little on the low side, but it's extremely safe, and he should have a chance to get up and down from there.
Let's give it up for Ricky Wysocki, Bomb Wysocki!
And Ricky Wysocki has to be one of the favorites heading into this year's World Championships. And it's really cool that we get a look at the 2 courses that we're going to be competing on for Worlds. We're going to be playing Mulligan's, this course, twice. And we're going to be playing the Fort 3 times for the world title. And Ricky has won this event twice and only lost it once to Matt Bell in 2019.
Let's give it up for Kade.
Yeah, he knows his way around these courses, that's for sure. Awesome pull from Kade. I'm curious to see where that lands relative to Rick's, because it looked like they both really got a hold of it.
Plenty of power right there, all hyzer too.
Yeah, what a shot from Bradley. Oh, that looked like it cleared the hazard.
It totally looked like it cleared it.
That looked very similar. Looks like he was able to avoid the hazard.
A pretty common play here going high, and you really want to play this one long and have that putt back up the hill rather than landing that hazard short. It's a tough one to park.
It's really tough. You have to just catch the top of the hill to park it. I think where Ricky just landed is probably the most common. You know, you go about 40 feet long and have a challenging uphill putt. Wow. He did not make that one look challenging. It's not an easy putt. The basket's probably 10 feet above where you're standing for that putt, and he just dropped it right in. Amazing. Great save from Bradley. That can kind of get out of hand there if you airball that putt, and then you have Ricky's same putt that he just took for bogey rather than birdie, so happy to see Bradley convert. Oh.
Oh no.
So close to birdie. Now he's got 40 feet back up the hill trying to save par.
Yeah, and there's nothing but airspace behind the basket. As you said, it's a pretty steep putt. Oh,
Awesome.
Kade.
What a comeback. Way harder than his first one. No jump, no step, anything. Just a awesome spin right up the hill, right into the bucket.
And what a beautiful Gatekeeper rewind. We got the Wysocki mountain range here in the background. These mountains are just so prominent. The course itself is really flat, and then these mountains just rise up out of the ground, making for good views all over the course. Nikko kind of contemplating reality right there for a moment. Here we are in hole 2. It's a par 3, 369. We're flying right over the OB golf green. There is water short right, and then there is water only 20 feet long and 15 feet long and left. Again, another hole that is pretty difficult to park. Looks like we got a little headwind right to left. Ricky's going with the hyzer.
Oh, stop. Okay. That was a well-played shot. I think he could have hung it a little wider to get it a little closer, but there's definitely more room on the back left of the green than there is right by the basket, so it's a bit safer to play it over there.
And great distance control right there from Nikko. Bradley's been representing Innova for some time now. Imagine he's going destroyer here on this hyzer.
That was a high line. That was...
Oh no.
Just came up a bit short. I think when you throw it that high, it's hard to get the distance. It can be good to control the distance if you throw it hard enough, but didn't quite get on it.
Wow, that needs to slow down. Wow, he just has... Oh, and look at it just skate on the water like that, James. Kade just has that effortless D, though.
Yeah, he really does. So it looks like Bradley must have hit the bank and dribbled back in. He had at least a putt for par that he wasn't quite able to convert. Nice putt. Ricky sure has a tendency to make those 40-footers look like they're just tap-ins. It's always amazing. A couple big putts on 1 and 2 that will definitely get his round rolling.
Nikko from just outside the circle. Let's see if he can make the correction on hole 1's miss.
Yeah.
Really commits to jumping nose in on that stagger spin putt.
He's seen a lot of success with that putt this year. It's been fun to watch him really feel comfortable from that range.
Kade just firing that one in there.
He's got the spotter's flag for him. That looks funny. That was a great par save, though.
Best word to describe the T-Bird 3 is consistent. Straight to slightly stable. That's exactly what I get every time. Grabbing the disc and knowing it's going to be consistent. That thought popping into my head when I'm lining up that straight shot, that's the confidence booster. That's all positive reinforcement. This is the disc that I reach for, and if you want that consistent straight finish, grab the T-Bird 3.
All right, here we are taking a look at the Flight Factory drone preview of hole 3. It's a par 3, 402 feet, really tiny green, a really tricky one to access. We've got a OB green to the right, and then we've got a hazard bunker short that just loves to collect this as they come in on hyzer.
Yeah, that bunker's definitely the biggest challenge on this hole. And you have to play it pretty much pure hyzer, just like, oh my god.
He almost aced it.
Wow. Yeah, that was an amazing shot. I was going to say it plays a bit longer because you're having to throw it on pretty much pure hyzer, so coming in at 400 feet, you have to really throw it hard. And you see that bunker short eat up a lot of disc. The sidewalk to the left is safe, though. It's inbound, so it's not quite as tiny of a green as it looks. You have room on the left for sure.
Yeah, it's a good point, James. It does have that appearance like it's just a green 10 or 15 feet across. And again, guys, we are at 4,500 feet of elevation, and I don't know if you've played at elevation before, but discs tend to behave a lot more overstable at this elevation. Nikko just hanging that wide out onto the green, and it never comes back in.
So high in that shot. Does it have the distance?
Sit down, I can find that pond on the left side. Don't see the OB marker though. Looks to be safe. This guy right here, B. Willie, 123 career wins, James.
That's amazing. It's quite a few victories.
And a little
Wow, what a shot.
trivia for you guys. Bradley Williams won the very first Disc Golf Pro Tour event ever at the 2016 Maple Hill.
Nikko just came up short on his par save from the edge of the green back there. Another great putt from Rick.
What a start.
Got the turkey, 1, 2, 3. None of them with short putts, so he's definitely feeling solid today.
You gotta wonder if that missed putt at the Portland Open, how much that sticks with him. You know, how much did he practice putting after he missed that putt to push the playoff?
Yeah, I feel like Rick is really good at not letting the past, affect his current shot. He's really good at throwing in the moment. I'm sure that it hurt. He wants to win as much as anyone, but I don't think it will have a big lasting impact. Like you said, it might have motivated him a little bit, but I imagine, he just kind of forgot about it already.
Yeah.
At least as far as this tournament goes.
Hole 4, 450. If you want to go straight at the pin, it's like a 425-foot water carry. A lot of times we see players kind of play it on the safe side out to the right and leave themselves a putt.
Just like that. Playing it long right. It's a safe shot, and it still gives you a chance at birdie. That was very well done.
That Halo Destroyer has been a workhorse for Ricky these past few events.
I like this line.
It's a good angle. Does it have the distance? Yes.
Yeah.
What a shot from Bradley.
Awesome.
But Kade is also rocking a Halo Destroyer. He does not spend very much time in his reach back. As soon as it gets back, it's coming forward.
Another very solid shot.
That's 475 feet of distance on a hyzer line.
Yeah, it came out of his hand pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Hyzer angle. It never even got up to flat. It's a lot of power.
Ooh. That is pretty steep out of the hand. Does it have the distance?
Hey.
Oh, he finds it.
Bang,
Wow.
just short
yeah.
left. Wow. Rick's putting on a clinic today. Putting clinic. Take notes.
And that one was outside the circle as well. What a start to this round.
Oh,
And another one
Committed.
just high for Kade.
oh no, Bradley. It's never fun to throw that demanding of a tee shot that well and then just not convert. It just feels like a waste of a good shot sometimes, but hopefully he can forget about that and keep throwing some good drives, start converting.
Slightly uphill for Nikko, and not a ton of wind out there today, but looks like he's putting into a slight headwind, maybe left to right.
Well done. Nice bounce back after that bogey.
Just enough time for the camera to switch angles. Sorry, Nikko, we love it.
Every shot, dude. Safe to make fun. For about 10 years straight.
Hole 5, par 4, 696. This fairway kind of slopes from right to left, and I think that's the easiest side to miss on is finding that water left off the drive. What do you think about this hole, James?
I think it's a nice par 4. It's definitely one you want to score on, especially coming off of the course at Portland, where we're playing some par 4s around 1,000 feet. A 700-foot hole feels like almost a must get, on the pro level. So, yeah, the challenge.
Wow.
The challenge of the water on the left, along with the water being pretty close to the basket, make it a little tricky. But with a shot like what Nikko just threw, it should not be too far to get up and down.
Bradley just short of the hazard bunker there on the right. That looks like a mid-range.
It sure does. Just playing it safe. Safe and straight. Nikko form check.
First, notice how how steep he's coming in from right to left.
So clean anhyzer release. Nikko's one of the best in the business at that. Forced over flex line. I feel like if there's nothing preventing him from doing that, he's gonna go for that shot. It shows with how well he executes it.
Bradley playing to the safe side there. He's going to have a 45-footer toward the water. Yeah, this green is really fast. This one can get away from him quick. And
Hold on.
there it
Hold on.
goes. Check up.
I think it held. What a shot. And skip into the basket. Just perfect.
Rick's going to be 5 for 5. Wow. And what a drive. Go.
Oh, no.
Leaving himself quite a bit left. Putting straight at the water now.
Do you think he still does his aggressive step putt?
I think he is going to attack. Based on how he's lining up. Oh, look at that angle. Oh no.
No. He's not happy to have wasted that 500-foot drive on a 700-foot hole. But just laying up for the par and not giving away strokes is not too bad. What a putt from Bradley. Right towards the water. Amazing.
Gatekeeper rewind. Just dropping it in there.
Yes. I think even if that airballed, it would have been safe to that touchy drop putt. That's really impressive.
Wow. There's no fear right there. Firing it in there for birdie. And Kade also really impressing me, going mid-range off the tee here.
Yeah, I'm curious what he threw in a second shot. I think it might have been another mid-range even, because it didn't get a big skip.
No.
It's a smart way to play this hole, you know.
Mid-range or potentially AVR X3. No, he likes to throw those.
I'm always a fan of people throwing the slow just they can.
Hole 6, par 3, 261. Typically plays as an island. Don't know if is it playing as an island this year for the Utah Open?
It is playing as an island green.
Okay, so it's just inside the circle.
The island is a little inside the circle on the long side of the basket, and it's a little bigger than circle 1 on the short and the left side of the basket.
Okay. It's hard. It's kind of hard to see right now on camera because there's nothing really marking it.
Right, they have a paint line, but you definitely can't see that from here.
Yeah.
Just a smooth, straight shot right at the basket.
Wow.
Amazing.
And that is what has earned him the 100+ victories that he has, is just being able to throw so flat and straight like that.
This forehand spike hyzer is a common play. You have the hill as a better backstop coming in. What a shot.
Yeah, that was a great looking shot, and he's got a similar setup to Eagle McMahon's footwork there. It's, you know, it's hard to not want to try and to emulate the bird on those forehand shots. Wow. Park. I mean, Ricky's furthest out, and he's got a 12-footer.
This is if there's a hole in the course that feels like an absolute musket, this is it, especially with the lack of wind. But these guys did well getting the musket.
Hey guys, I'm Kade Filimoehala. I'm sponsored by Innova Discs and Infinite Discs. Thanks for watching Gatekeeper Media. If you want to check me out on Instagram at KadePhilly_DG. Thanks for watching.
All right, James, what are we looking at here on hole 7?
Hole 7 is probably the hardest hole to birdie on the course, if you ask me. It's coming in nearly 550 feet. You have a golf green on the left that's out of bounds. You have some water you have to clear. And there's some bunkers on the right that play as a hazard. That was a very solid shot. Looks like he might have snuck into circle 2. Maybe, 60 feet away or so, but it's hard to do much better than that. You have to really throw a laser beam 550 to get up there to the circle.
And again, that sidewalk that we saw close to the pin, that is safe, and the fence is what marks the out of bounds right and long. A lot of times I know this tee pad can give people trouble. You're kind of going uphill before you get onto the cement pad, and Bradley taking a second look down.
Missed the bunkers. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That was some power from Bradley. There's some bunkers that sometimes come into the play if you kind of pull the disc to the right like that, but he cleared them easily.
All right, really looking forward to seeing Kade unload on this hole. Got some turn, and it's stabling up. Can it get on edge? Oh, and it gets a sidewalk skip.
Sweet.
And he's just outside the circle right there. What a
smash.
shot. Nikko looking for some dirt.
Not much dirt.
You look at him, he's still trying to get that grip.
Uh-huh.
This is a great angle right here.
It is. This looks well thrown. Coming up well short of the basket, but not a difficult approach at all. Maybe even a chance to throw it in.
Bradley trying to toss that KC AVR in.
Ooh,
Oh.
Gave it a chance. Rick, keep it rolling. Oh, he wanted to. That would have been amazing.
And Rick's first par of the round comes on one of the tougher par 3s out here.
Kade pick up a stick. Oh, so close.
Online, just a little low.
Picking up the 2 here is an elite level birdie. We only saw 3 of them on the day. Levi Hancock was actually the only person to put it really close to the basket. We had two people, Austin Hanna. Sorry, but I forgot the third to make to throw it in from outside circle 2, and it looked like Levi parked this one for the birdie.
And Levi and Kade have been traveling with each other a little bit this year on the tour. All right, hole 8, 375 par 3, and wow, this one is really tricky. This basket is sitting up on top of a mound. There is a hazard bunker short, and there's a hazard bunker long, and you can't really see either of them.
Correct, you can't really see them. They're both kind of on the right side of the hill. Over there where Ricky's bleeding towards, but... Oh! Looks safe. Not quite what he wanted. I think the forehand plays really well, but you have to really trust it out to the left and try to kind of skip up the hill at the end.
And again, just another really difficult hole to park, and looks like Nikko did just that.
That was amazing. You have to just hit the top of the hill for it to stay. If you crest the hill at all, you'll probably skip to about 40.
Yeah, I've seen people find that pond long and left pretty quick with how fast the skips are out here on this ball golf course. And Bradley juicing that forehand long. Wow.
It looked like a smooth little shot, but
Yeah.
it went over 400 feet. That was amazing. Not quite what he wanted, but he's got a putt for birdie.
And Kade gonna go super steep here. Oh.
Okay.
No. And you said it. If you hit right on top of that hill,
Just
that's what you're gonna
flies.
see.
The difference between Nikko's and Kade's was probably only a few feet of landing, but wow. I wonder what happened with that. Do you think it sat?
Looks like it sat right there at the top. And Kade does not want anything to do with that putt. This is the hole where you see people 2-putt, 3-putt, and worse even with those hazards. Oh!
Awesome putt, Bradley. Amazing. 40 some feet up on a mound. I think there may have been a bunker behind the basket from that angle.
What a shot, and what a view of that putt as well.
Great birdie from Nikko as well. The no stress putt is definitely a luxury on this hole.
Shout out to Paige Pierce for parking this hole. Name T-pad.
When the PDGA National Tour rolls into town, the action is intense and the competition fire. But every inferno, no matter the size, must begin as a spark. With PDGA sanctioned leagues and tournaments, anyone can get in the game. Fuel your fire. Find an event near you at pdga.com.
Hole 9, par 4, nearly 800 feet. Again, another one that, this is one of the longer holes out here at Mulligan's, but after competing on the Disc Golf Pro Tour this year, it's a really attackable distance.
It really is. Seeing people throw 500 feet, excuse me, seeing a 500-foot drive is not rare on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. So when you can kind of have this much room to work with and just unleash a power shot, you're left with maybe a sub 300-foot par 3 possibly to get birdie. Definitely feels like you want birdie. There's a bunker close to the basket that adds some challenge. We'll see if these guys can avoid that and get some birdies in hole 9.
And it's really interesting to note that Ricky isn't switching up the disc that he's using for his max distance. Even here at elevation at 4,500 feet, he's still opting to throw that incredibly overstable Halo Destroyer. Here we go, taking a look at Filimoehala's form. Look how early he's turning that front foot. And just spending no time back there at all. Ripping straight across his chest, extremely flat.
That's
Pretty
awesome to
textbook
watch.
throw right there.
And it shows with how the disc flies out of his hand. It's impressive.
This is a little further back than you would like. Bradley just going straight at it. Wow, what a shot. This pin has moved just a little bit. I believe we're missing one of the bigger trees. And they moved it up and to the right a little bit closer to that hazard bunker.
Maybe a little long left from Rick, but well within his range. Looks like all 4 of these players got their drives to the left of this wall of trees. I think that's a smart move. It kind of keeps the bunker a bit out of play. It's to the right of the basket. So these guys are all shooting towards the basket from the left. And makes it pretty easy to stay safe on the approach. Rick with the straddle putt. Yes. Amazing. 7 down through 9 on the front. That's something else.
Yeah, that's a great front 9. Curious what makes him switch between that orange Casey that he's been putting with for a couple seasons and that white one that he started the round with.
Yeah, I can't say. I definitely see him warming up using a stack of the orange ones with a couple white as well. I imagine they're all pretty dang similar, and it honestly might just be as simple as whichever one he happens to grab, or maybe he likes that white one for straddle putts. I'm not sure.
Are you very particular about the specific putting putter that you use, or I know you've got a couple nomads in there. Will you just switch out based on the one you grab?
I think I have one that I usually go to, but I'm not super particular. I could use any of them.
All right, and what a front nine that was to watch, James. Pleasure to commentate with you, brother.
Yeah, this is fun. I look forward to seeing these guys tear up the back nine.
Yeah, shout out to Gatekeeper Media being out here to film this World's warm-up tournament. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the back nine.